Askreddit thread. What advice do you often give to others, yet rarely follow yourself? Just ask her out. What's the worst that could happen? She dies of laughter. Her last memory is of you. True, but now she's dead. It's a big plus if you're into necrophilia. There's no harm when she's still warm. Oh my god. She goes out with you, then ignores you after the first date. Will agree to do stuff with you after you, but never gets back to you, and is always busy when you suggest a time. You could have been great friends, but now that you asked her out, she thinks that's all you're after. She could continue playing cat and mouse with you until you eventually get over it and realize she isn't actually worth it after a long time of confusion and pain. Now you're out of a relationship with no explanation why, and your friendship is destroyed. That's probably one of the worst puzzle situations that could realistically happen. Edit. This was a hypothetical, guys. Yeah, something similar has happened to me. But I took it a step further for this post because to me, it would be worst realistic outcome of asking out a girl you've wanted to for a while. Oh, you go out on a date, fall in love, marry her 3 years later. You have 2 kids together, then she cheats on you, and you spend the next 5 years trying to make sure she doesn't take all your money and the kids in the divorce, slowly realizing that you'll never have the stereotypical happy family life that you've always wanted because you're too old to have more kids. Does it matter? Had sex twice. I think I might cry. I worked a part-time job, helping people plan their budget/investments, mostly relatives. I wouldn't have needed a part-time job if I had planned my own budget. Budgeting in general, I totally recommend it as something people should do to get a feel for where their money is going. Really easy and useful information. Tracking is the first step to changing, etc. I don't budget. Note, not on paper anyway, and not to the dollar. At a certain point, you just get an intuitive sense of, I even out twice this month, and I spent $20 on Steam, or whatever, you know basically where you are within the month financially. This is kind of how I do stuff. I'm still really bad at budgeting, though. Not like I spend a whole bunch of money, because it's not like I got a whole bunch of money to spend. Plus, with my job, I have to save my own money for taxes, so there's just some of my money I just can't touch. This is a great definition of irony. Don't care what other people think about you. I do care a little bit, though. Humans are social creatures. I think everybody cares a little bit about what other people think, and that's normal. The important thing is to not care too much. Yeah, you need to be mindful of the social feedback you get from people, but don't get so warped up in having people like you that you stress yourself out. Irony is, though, people who tell you not to care what others think about you are often telling that to you only to improve your opinion of them. I actually used to say this a lot until I realized how much I care about other people's opinions. I'll still tell people in certain scenarios, though, like if they want to do something they enjoy but are afraid of others' opinions. There are over 7 billion people in the world. I can't possibly please them all, so I don't even bother. But you do. There's at least one person but probably several whose opinions you care about. Doesn't mean you should base everything you do off the opinions of others, but it is human to care about other people's opinions. It's healthiest to realize that you should care about the opinions of some people, particularly those close to you, but also to keep perspective and be you. Oh, that's a good way to put it. Let it go. I will never let it go. I will hold that grudge for the rest of my life. I tell people not to forgive and forget. Yeah, no. Forgive, but never forget. It's what I learned. I cannot hold a grudge to save my life. I just don't care about other people enough. I've had some pretty shitty things done to me. I just can't hold a grudge about it. Because holding a grudge means you have to have a lot of hate towards the other person. And that's a lot of effort that I'd rather not do. Or that I'm not really capable of. Conceal it. Don't feel it. Don't let it show. Let it grow. I believe conceal it. Don't feel it. Don't let it show. Is from an earlier part of the movie, not the line in the song, but the father talking to Elsa. I may still be wrong. Make sure to get a good night's rest. Sent at 3 a.m. Read at 4:45 a.m. As long as you went to bed at 7, you're fine. I start work at 4 a.m. Your advice got me fired. I would never work at a job that started at 4 a.m. Waking up at 5 o'clock every morning for football practice has scarred me for life. For 4 years, never got used to it. Hated every day of it. Eat healthy and exercise. Mine is similar. Stop eating so much sugar. Goes home and eats maple syrup candies. Get off soda/sugar. Heavy food. Source. Lost 20 pounds in a month by not drinking soda. Seriously. That's crazy. Correct. I did this and lost 50 pounds. Time to drop it all again. This only works for some people. I'm not one of them. Yeah, me neither. I've got the eating healthy down pretty good. I can make healthy things delicious pretty easily if you're cooking at home, but the exercise, I need to do some work on. Exercising sucks. Eating healthy and exercising. Such a pain in the ass. Those things aren't really all that hard to do. It's just the side effects of them are something that's hard to deal with. Because eating healthy is expensive. Eating less of stuff means you have less energy throughout the day. It makes you feeling tired. Then if you start working out on top of that, you're just going to be tired all the time. So you need like a balance of that and start everything slow. Don't just go extreme straight into a crazy ass diet or start up a crazy exercise. Start off tiny and then grow from there. But that's hard to do too. It's the reason there's so many fat people. Any relationship advice. I've been single my whole life, but I've helped about a handful of my friends in saving their relationships. Objective views without bias often conjure the most reliable answers. There's the issue of zero experience, though. Idealistic, green advice really helps people recalibrate sometimes. So, if a person is having some bigger relationship problems, it sometimes helps when someone simply tells them that they should put the relationship first and remember what they love about the other person. Something mundane like that. Anyone can say it. Anyone can know it. Can really help. Source: relationship 3.5 years. Ongoing marriage of 1 year. Same person. I'm the same way, but I give up having relationship advice if I meant I have someone to hold at night. What? Save your money. Save it. Boy, do I have an investment opportunity for you. Here, take a look at these wonderful knives. Ooh, they're so sharp. Can they cut through a tin can and still slice a tomato with ease? Not a tin can, but a frozen fish solid or bread followed by an iron bar will work. Love yourself for who you are and accept that some people just aren't going to like you. So there's no point in trying to force them to. Nah, man, screw that. I spent a good chunk of money on my friendship basement and I will force compliance. This is pretty much exactly the advice that came to mind, and it feels so true when I tell the people. Nearly all of them just take my advice. I'm not using it anyway. Pay attention in school. Source: I am in school right now. School got a lot better when I realized I could BS my way through most of it. Source: has engineering degree. How do you BS your way through a BS degree? I'm literally finalizing my fall schedule right now and fail to see how you can bullshit engineering courses past Common Core 200 level stuff. Whoa, buddy, I'd like to see anyone try BS through an actual music composition degree. They are not easy. The dropout rate is tremendous. Don't go hating on liberal art majors just because you think math is harder than music. It's the cynical prevailing attitude on Reddit that degrees that doesn't smoothly and easily translate into a field of work that will pay a good starting is worthless. It's the same cynicism that causes college students to go into classes they don't care about, and subsequently BS and cheat their way through because they simply want the piece of paper that will get them a job. Now, someone in liberal arts, it's amazing how many people walk into any of these classes with no school whatsoever. Can't write, can't speak, can't analyze. They're there because they think liberal arts are where you go when you're bad at everything else. Liberal arts is full of stupid people that drop out because it has a reputation for being for stupid people. It can be done. TI-89, group work, and some extra credit. Yeah, tell that to the class with the 30 to 50% closed book final exam with no talking. No TI-89s, no extra credit, with which honestly would be 80% of your class, or else there is something very wrong with your school. It was an accredited engineering program. I got a job out of it, but I did graduate at a time when teachers didn't fully grasp what could be done with this calculator. Still, you do have to have a basic understanding of what needs to be done and read the books. I just didn't need to memorize as much, or do a different... okay, whatever. I can't outrun a bad diet. I can try, damn it. I can, though. It takes a lot more running. You can't outrun a bad diet. I can try, damn it. Oh, and this is the myth that exercise eating allows you to eat whatever you want. Diet accounts for like 80% of how you lose weight. It's ridiculous the amount of running you'd have to do to like work off a, I don't know, piece of chocolate cake or something really high in calories. Let's take a chimichanga burrito from Fry's. Those things have 900 calories each, which is a crap ton. You'd have to work out for like 4 hours to... Well, it depends what you do, really. If you're doing high aerobic exercises, probably only like an hour. But you have to do a lot to work off that crap. That's why they always say diet and exercise. Exercise totally helps, but diet is more important. Which sucks, because eating food is delicious. More running than your body can physically handle. A tapeworm diet would probably be better. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated. I only blow like 5 dudes a day, then I'm sick of it and just be polite to people. What? What does blowing 5 dudes have to do with this? He wants people to blow him, so he blows guys. Don't stick your dick in crazy. You really shouldn't. I really shouldn't either. Hey, I just met you, and I'm so crazy, but stick your dick in me, come on, maybe. I just met you, and I'm so crazy. I learned about birth control. I'm having your baby. There are a few things in your life you can control. Condoms are a small price to pay for a huge potential consequence. Just kidding, I'm never in a situation where I have to have any use for condoms. Don't do drugs, unless you're doing them with me. Never say no to free drugs. Never give up, yet I always give up and whine when I hit some obstacles. Hang in there. It'll all work out in the end. You can do this, and meanwhile, I'm just ready to roll over and give up. Stop browsing Reddit all day and do your work. Me, 2013 to 2015. Read this while at work. Same. You really should put yourself first. You deserve to show yourself as much love and kindness as you would someone else. Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream of success, while you're gonna wake up and work hard for it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point that you're tired of starting over. Stop giving up. Don't let your memes be dreams. Follow your dream. I always give that advice specifically if I am wasted. And yet, if I follow my dreams, I would most probably end up in jail. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Dank steel can't melt jet beams. What is your dream? Go to jail? Okay, thanks. Robbing a break. Driving safe. Scent whilst driving. Be like a river that keeps flowing forward. Else you'll be stranded puddle that disappears. Else you'll be a stagnant puddle that disappears. I usually say this when people are upset or recently dumped. It's one of those ambiguous pieces of advice people make sense of on their own, but I almost never listen to it myself. It's also the last thing people want to hear when they're upset. Weeping because wife just let them, taking the kids. Be like the river that keeps flow. Fuck off with your damn river before I erode your new pair of oxbow legs. I know what an oxbow leg is, but what would that mean in context? Save money and work towards bettering yourself. I make decent money and own my own house and car, but I don't save. I blow my extra cash on stupid things I don't need. Edit. Spelling. Make an Excel spreadsheet budget. It helps to look at what you have to spend. I use Google Docs and plug in what I spent right away. It sucks to start, but once you're in the groove, it's easy to set up. Always cut away from yourself. I have a scar on my finger that I got while explaining why not to cut towards yourself. I have a scar on my finger that I got while explaining why not to cut towards yourself. I was cutting balsa wood with an X-Acto knife towards myself and my hand slipped. Ow. Just think positive. Love yourself. Just believe in yourself. Yeah, it's not working. I'm still worthless piece of shit, you worthless piece of shit. I'm alright. There is some merit to fake it until you make it. It's a psychological thing where if you tell yourself you're a great person and that you love yourself enough, you'll eventually start to believe it. Because tricking yourself is not as hard as you'd think. It just takes a lot of repetition and no mental illnesses beforehand. Because, I mean, it obviously doesn't work for everyone, but it should work for the vast majority of cases. Tell the truth and don't be hypocritical. Worrying about it won't help. Just forget about it. Ugh, the social anxiety is strong here. What I wouldn't give to be able to forget stuff. Last summer, my roommate always had trouble getting up for work in the morning. So, for weeks, anytime he would bring it up, I would tell him, the best way to wake yourself is just a hard slap to the face. One morning, I see him walk out of the room while eating breakfast with this face, and he begrudgingly said that it worked. I convinced my roommate to slap himself. Your post is 3-sentence long. I'm on mobile and it comes up as 5 lines. That takes at least 5 seconds to read. I guess since my screen is smaller, I see 6 lines of text. You see, slap yourself to wake up in the morning. That might work. But in the morning, you're too tired to even attempt that. You'd think, ugh, I don't want to do that. It might actually wake me up and I kind of just want to go back to bed. Relax. Wear a condom. Don't be so hard on yourself. Forgive yourself for mistakes and move on. Don't procrastinate. Yeah, I'll start on that tomorrow. I tell people that it is better in the long run if they stop procrastinating. I am incredibly bad at not procrastinating. I used to be like that until I stopped. It was a very hard conscious effort on my part, but I was able to break the habit. Don't pick your nose. At least don't eat it. Where else are you supposed to put the waste? As a nurse, you need to take better care of yourself, or quit smoking, exercise, and eat better. Then I go home and wash pizza down with beer between cigarettes. Oh my god. You've just got to motivate yourself and go for it. Don't lose sight. No deviation. Saying this after spending 3 hours on Reddit instead of doing work. When you go shopping, especially grocery shopping, make a to-buy list and a stick to it. Oh, and stick to it. Be sure to put other at the bottom of the list for everything else you end up buying. This isn't the end of the world, and you can handle this problem. Let's make a plan to figure out what to do. Yet, for myself, nope, just pretend everything is fine. To eat regularly and well. I have an eating disorder, and I'd like to think that I do it to make sure people aren't experiencing the same thing as me. But I'm pretty sure it's so that when I do overeat, I don't feel as bad because everyone else eats more than me. God, I'm a shitty person. You are not shitty. What you're doing is hurting them. Ultimately, you can't control what other people eat, just like they can't control how you eat. But it sounds like it doesn't make you feel better in the end. I hope you're getting help. Eating disorders are so challenging to recover from, but it's possible with good support. It's hell being in the throes of it. Please get help. It does get better. Stop procrastinating. Don't send nudes. They aren't a good idea ever. You should go see a counselor or psychologist if you're feeling depressed or anxious a lot. That's actually, good advice. It's just people who are depressed or anxious a lot probably don't feel like going to a counselor or a psychologist. I always tell people to take the high road. Leaves more room for me on the low road. Vroom vroom, bitches. Believe in yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Quit being such a damn hypocrite. Don't wait till the last minute. Pretty much any injury-relating advice for running. Just give it some rest and you'll be better because of it. Meanwhile, I'm running trying to convince myself it doesn't hurt. Pretty much any injury-related advice for running. If I hurt a little bit, I stop. Because I used to work out all the time injured, and it hurt. And I got really acquainted with ibuprofen. If you take enough of those, it doesn't hurt as much and you can deal with it. But I think I took way too much. Like, I'm surprised. I don't know. I don't think I took that much. I took a lot. But I think I was conscious enough back then to not take too much to just completely destroy my spleen or liver or wherever it processes. Well then, fuck it. Stop fucking smoking. Alright, that's it.